You're dreaming about work? The last time you dreamt a good dream, were you dreaming about work? Exactly. That's your first mistake. So I had this dream, right? I woke up, I went to work, I typed in the keypad, got in, I set my time in on the time in sheet, and then my manager walked in and he was happy to see me. It was amazing. I sat down, started going through all my emails, and I was about to reply, and then I woke up. I was so pissed. On the flip side, work can really be fulfilling for a lot of people. You can make a living and really be living at your job. It happens. You work at a place that you're engaged, you're doing work you actually care about, you're making a difference in someone's life, and you just feel like you're doing good work and it's a fit for you. That happens. But I think the overarching concept I just want to get at today is that I've seen like this work spectrum. Well, really the extremes of the spectrum. So on the one side, you've got like the hustlers, grind all day, get your bag, 24/7, sleepers for the week, blah, blah, blah. You know those people. And then you've got the other extreme where it's like overworked, anti-work, the anti-work subreddit. Y'all doing good work over there, man. I went on a little rabbit holes of the anti-work subreddit. It's crazy. Like, they're unintentionally funny in the best way. I love it. And just exposing how you got people working the hardest for the least pay and the least care. And it's just like, wow. So all in all, I'm just here to give my perspective as a 23-year-old who has been in the workforce for 6 months. Hold on now. Hold on. Allow me. Okay, I'm young, but I got some perspective to share. I got some insights. So first things first, why do we work? Okay, we work because of money. We go hard at work because of money. And we dream of the freedom that we get with money. Freedom to do whatever we want. And that doesn't change. Okay, it's just slowly suppressed by reality onto the wrong things. So you have the one side where it's like, oh no, I gotta make sure that I got designer bags, designer clothes. And then you got the other side where it's like, I gotta make sure people know that I'm working. See, you were sleeping, I was working. Work hard in silence, let success be the noise, they post on their Instagram profile, right? So we need to get acquainted with reality. A job is a job, work is work, money is money. A career path is sustaining, but you're also capable of change and flexibility. And most importantly, bro, you can do anything you want. It's not just about your career. You can live life. You can go for a walk. You can exercise. You can hang out with your family. Like, there's so much more to life, bro. Like, chill out with that career stuff. And so my overarching point here is you got to understand what life means for you. Stop mindlessly following what other people are preaching. That is going against freedom. Okay? Stop scrolling through Instagram. Stop watching the news. Focus on what works for you. Imagination can also be a crux. That's going against freedom. Focus on what you have in reality. All right? Social media is the real metaverse. Also, stop focusing on being a millionaire. That's going against freedom too, because you're putting yourself in mental jail based on 7 figures that you see on the screen. Why? Because you want to own a yacht someday? Why do you want to own a yacht? Huh? It would be better to have a friend that owns a yacht. Think about it. I own a yacht. I have to pay rent to place that yacht somewhere on the dock. I have to get a yacht manager to make sure it's cleaned and maintained. I have to pay for insurance to ensure that if anything happens to it, that it's covered. I have to pay for disaster insurance. So if I live in a place where there's a lot of natural disasters, earthquakes, hurricanes, it's going to be covered against that too. And all the other fees related to that, it is so expensive to maintain something like a yacht. Versus if I had a friend that had a yacht, I could just be like, hey, LeBron, can I hop in on your yacht real quick? And he'd be like, yeah. And I can just go in, worry-free, and hang out on the yacht. And really, imagine you had $1 million right now. What would you do with it? If you're waiting to be a millionaire to be happy, if you're imagining, oh, I'm not gonna settle for anything until I get there, bro, you've already lost. Okay, if you can't get right with the situation you have right now, nothing about that million, nothing about that future is gonna help you. I guarantee you with that. So in the end, I hope you're getting the point. Humans dream about a lot of things. Work is not one of them. The absence of work, yes. So how do we get to this reality where we're not so obsessed with work or career or what exactly someone else is saying about it? Well, one thing I've noticed that helps me, the first is motivation is your worst enemy. Why? Because it doesn't exist. It's a fleeting experience with no redeeming value. Why are you motivated by a new year? Because it's a new year. Well, after 2 weeks, that year is not going to be new. Fleeting experience. You get the point? So motivation is not really real. What's real is action. What are you actually doing? That's what matters. So to get to that reality, you want to focus on two main things: systems and intent. Systems is just like this. How are you living your day-to-day life? That's it. What's the system in your day-to-day life? Do you wake up, go to your job, you come back, you're like, ugh, I'm so tired. And then you sit and you scroll through Netflix and you scroll through Instagram and you just end your day off on that. Hey, let's just be honest, okay? You're tired from your job, maybe you hate it, and you just want to drown yourself out with content to just forget about the stress you've already had and just numb yourself out with that content and think, hey, at least I'm kind of okay right now. Yeah. That's kind of sad, man, because that's not going anywhere. You're just staying in the same place forever. That sucks. Versus pick a new system. I go to work, but you come back and you still got a few hours left in your day to do something. Do you want to come back and just be, or do you want to come back and you're like, hey, I'm excited to do X, Y, Z. I'm excited to hang out with my family and my friends. I'm excited to go for a walk. I'm excited to exercise, to cook a meal, to, learn the piano, to read, to sleep, something. But you come back and I'm still happy about life. I still want to do something. I'm still glad to be home because shit, there's more that I can do. So make sure you have a system that makes you happy to be alive, bro. Because it's a lot of people out there living, man, and they just living on autopilot. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for myself either. Okay, live a system that makes you happy to be alive, that makes you content with your situation. You're like, damn, this is nice. And the next one is intent. And the focus on intent is, what do I intend? Oh no, I shouldn't use the definition. So the focus of intent is making sure that the action that you're putting in is personable. So I want to do X because I want to come back home and make a YouTube video because it's fun. I want to entertain people. I want to inform people. And at the end of the day, it's like nice to create something that can, make some money. I intend to come back and exercise because it helps me be healthy. It keeps me motivated, etc., etc. I intend to come back and cook some good food because cooking is fun and eating good food is great for my body, etc., etc. Intent. Do you intend to scroll through Instagram for 3 hours a day? Boom. I want to start reading this year. Grab a book, read one page, see how far that goes. I want to learn to write this year. Grab a book or grab a piece of paper, start writing. But at the very least, if you come back from your job and you say, damn, I get to, and that's fun for you, you hit the jackpot right there. And in the end, time will tell what can and can't work for you, okay? Don't feel rushed. There is more than enough time. Life is long, ladies and gentlemen. Life is a long time. Don't let anybody tell you different. I resent the idea that life is short because it's not. You only feel like it's short because people keep telling you that it is, and you are being drowned out by media that makes it feel like it's short, okay? Take time in your day to do shit that you want to do. Life will pass by a lot slower. Trust me on that. And my next overarching point is tie your identity to principles. You just got to think of your life in a very simple manner for a second. If you lived your life today based off of one or two words, what would those words be? Let's say you lived your life on honesty. Look at your choices in the past 24 hours. Were you lying? That's a problem right there. Think about those principles you're setting for yourself. Are you setting those principles of doing things that you like, learning new things, creating videos? Are you setting those principles on, I want to make sure I have enough time to sleep and, meditate, take care of myself? Are you setting those principles on, yes, I want to work hard on XYZ, but I also want to make sure I'm taking care of my mental health, my physical health? So you want to make those principles clear for yourself so that when you get there, it makes clear sense to you. No one else can tell you what that looks like, okay? Only you can. So when you get there, you can look and just look around and just be like, okay, I'm doing what I said I would be doing. That's pretty good. And that good energy will rub off on the people around you, okay? And when you see other people like that, you'll slowly gravitate towards each other. It's a life of influence, baby. So when you have principled ideas on how you want to live your work life, how you want to live your life, this dictates what time and valuable work looks like to you. And that will keep you focused on your higher purpose or higher goals or higher dreams for longer, with more intent. Because you're like, hey, I live my life on honesty. Damn it, I've been honest for a little minute now. I can live this life of self-care. I can live this life of building up the other people around me. And I'm doing it. Yeah. It doesn't have to be complicated. So don't make it complicated. It's easy. So yeah, stop dreaming about work. Dream about a good life. Damn. I like that. Take care, y'all.